Hello and welcome. In this video, we will learn about functions. Okay? Now, in simple words, function of a function is to perform some function. Alright? Now, what is this function? A function is a block of code that we write, which only runs when it is called. So, we can define a function once and use it as many times as we want in our program. Alright? So let me define a function and then explain you how to do it. Okay? So by now you know that this is the basic structure of a C++ program. Now here above the int main I will be defining the function. Okay? Why do I do it? I will explain it later. Alright? Now, void greet brackets and the curly braces. Alright. So basically here I have defined a function. Of course, I have not written any codes in it. I will write it. Do not worry about it. Now first is the void keyword, about which I will talk in the next video. Okay. This is the name of the function. Just like we have name for a variable, in this case it is age, correct? We give a name for the function. And just like you can give any name for variables, you can give any name to a function. But generally, we give it a meaningful name so that we can recognize the function when we look at it. Okay? Yes, so let me delete this. So this is the name of the function that I have given. After the function name should be the brackets. Okay, should be the brackets. And then inside the curly braces should be the body of the function or the codes of the function. So here let me say cout and let me say hello. Okay, let me say hello. So now I have defined a fully functional function. So let me run this now. And you can see we do not get any output. This is because we have just defined the function but have not called it. To run this function, we have to call it. To call it, all we need to do is say greet and say greet along with the parenthesis. Okay, we use the function name along with the brackets to call the function. So let me call this and you can see I get hello as a result. See, this is a function. Okay, this is a function. When the C++ program runs, this function runs by default. You don't have to call this function just like we called this function. Okay? This function runs by default. I will talk about this in detail in next video. Okay? So when this function runs, we have a function call here. So when this is encountered, the control goes to this and whatever is inside this function will be printed out. Okay? So here let me say cout and start. Okay? Cout and start. So if I run it, you can see I get start and then hello. This is because when the program runs, this is the first line that runs. So we get start. After we get start, the control goes to greet. So when the control goes to this is called. So the control goes to this. So hello is printed next. Now let me add one more line. End. Okay, end. So now let me add end line. Okay, just to make it clear. So now when I run this, you can see I get start, hello and end. When the program runs, this is the first line that gets executed. So we get hello. Next, the control goes to this. When the control goes to this line, the control goes to this line. Okay, we are calling the function, so the control goes to this line. So now we are executing whatever is in between the curly braces. Now we have this line, and so hello is the result. After this, the control comes back to this program and to the next line of the function call, where we have this line, and so we have end as result. Alright, I hope this is clear. Yes, now we can call the function as many times as we want. So you can see we get start, hello, hello, end, and here you can have multiple lines too. Let me say hello, hope you are fine. And now when I run it, you can see I get start, which is the result of this, hello, hope you are fine. Both lines are printed when this function is called, okay, or when the function is called for the first time. Then hello, hope you are fine is the result of second function call, and after that the line end is printed. Okay, so we can call it one more time, and we can see that the function will be run as many times as we call it. Okay, so we have 2 lines here, 2 lines here, 2 lines here, 6 lines as a result of this function call. Okay, so we can define the function once and we can call it as many times as we want. Okay, now let me delete this. Let me delete this too. Let me delete these two too. Yeah. So we have only function call in our program. Alright. See, we have an empty bracket here. We have an empty bracket here. Through the bracket, information can be passed to the function as parameters. Okay. Now the parameters act as variables inside the function. Okay, so let me just do it and explain it to you. So here I will say greet and I will say Ravi. Okay, in this I will say string name. Okay, and here I will say name. Okay, now I will run this and you can see I get hello Ravi, hope you are fine. Alright, now let us try to analyze what is happening here. Now this is a parameter. Now this acts as a variable, and I am saying this variable will be of string data type. Okay, or in other words, this variable will store string data type. Now when I call the function greet, I am passing this argument. Okay, the data that we pass when we call a function is called an argument. Okay, and this here is called as a parameter. Alright, now when I called this function, I passed Ravi to this function. So what happened was Ravi was stored in this variable name. Okay, Ravi was stored in this variable name and it was printed here. I have already mentioned name will be of string data type. So when I passed Ravi when calling the function, it was stored in name and it was printed when the function was called. Okay, so now you can see I can just copy this and I will say Anita. Okay, So now when I run this, you can see I get hello Ravi, hope you are fine. Hello Anita, hope you are fine. First, this is passed. Ravi is passed for name and we get 2 lines as a result. Second time when I call the function, I am passing Anita. So Anita will be stored in name and will be printed in the subsequent lines. Okay. So these 2 lines are of the second function call. Clear? So we can use this as many times as we want by passing different arguments. Mohan. So we get hello Ravi, hello Anita, hello Mohan. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now we can pass as many arguments as we want. Okay, now let me do that. So here string name, I'll say comma string name 2. Okay, like this, name 2. So let me delete these 2. Here I will say hope you are fine and I will say name 2. Okay, name 2. And here by separating it with a comma, I'll say Anita. Okay. So now when I run this, I get hello Ravi, hope you are fine Anita. You see, I am saying that there will be 2 variables, one by the name of name, second by the name of name 2. And I am saying that both will be of string data type. So when in function definition, I say the function will take 2 arguments. Then when we call a function, we have to pass 2 arguments. So here Ravi and Anita. Now these 2 are strings which I am passing to this function when I call it. Okay, and these 2 arguments must be separated by comma. All right. So now if I just pass 1, I'll get an error. This is because I am saying that this function is expecting 2 parameters or arguments, but I am sending only 1 argument here. So this is giving me an error. So the number of parameters and the number of arguments must be same. Okay, hello Ravi, hello David, and when I run it, I get this. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now we can pass any data type to a function. All right. Now we can pass any data type as function parameter. Okay. So now let me show you how we can pass arrays as function parameters. All right. So let me create an array of age. So age, okay, and let it have 5 elements, and I will say 3, 5, 1, 5 and 6. Okay, so 5 elements are there in this array, and I will call the function. So before I call the function, let me define the function. So here I will say void, and let the name of the function be print out. Okay, print out. To this function I am passing an array, correct? So here we say int and age inside brackets 5. So I am saying I am passing an array age which has 5 elements which belongs to integer data type. Okay, so this is my function definition or declaration. So here inside this bracket I will use for loop. Okay, for and I'll say int I is equal to 0. I'll say I less than 5 and I'll say I plus plus. Okay, this is the same program that we had learned in the previous video. So now here let me say cout and I'll say age I and let me use endl so that it will come properly. Okay, all right. Yeah, so this is it. So let me call the function print out and let me say age. Okay, so now let me run this and okay, sorry, and you can see I get the elements as a result. So here I defined an array and in the second line I called the function by passing this array. See, age is the name of the array, so I passed the array to the function. So here is the function definition. So I'm saying I have already said that I'm sending an integer data type array, and this array will go through for loop where all the elements of the array will be printed out one by one. Okay, so you know how to use for loops with arrays, correct? Yeah. So this is how we can pass arrays as function parameters. Alright, you can pass any data types, but this is one such example. Clear? So you could have also used for each loop here. You can do that as an exercise. Okay? Yes. So this is about functions. We have few more things that we need to learn about functions, which we will learn in the next video. So for this video, go ahead and practice the things that we have learned in this video. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and thank you for watching.